welcome back. This is the second episode of Enchanted Arms. Today, I think the main focus will be trying to get to the ice switch. I think that's where we'll probably end it. As you can see, this the distraction from the last episodes. It's pretty real, if you know what I mean. I just want to point out one really cool fact is that you can actually see Atsuma, like the mist when he breathes. I think it's just a little detail that From Software, when that added to the game, it makes it feel a little bit more realistic when you just don't expect it. Yeah. Otherwise, look at that. Hey, come on, hey. No reply. I know it's rough, but there's nothing we can do right now. So just to recap on the last episode, explosions, people dying, snow, and people falling over.
I've been waiting for you. Fight time!
We can't do this right now.
Once I win, you'd better accept defeat. Accept it and hand over the money and that arm.
You can't expect me to hand over my arm.
Shut up! Enough talk! You don't get to order me around! Ah!
Hey, are you okay?
Atsuma, we have to deal with this problem first.
The lip syncing in this game. It's so bad. I mean, obviously this isn't a natively English game, but still, I don't think you can actually do any. Oh, actually, that's so much better. Yeah. So straight up, we're just going to use Power Charge Plus. Essentially, just increases parameters. Increasing parameters means more damage. You, my spear, and beat Sonic. Oh wait, here's the X? No way! It is so bad though. It is so weak. Oh crap. No, Atsuma does get a stronger parameter boosting move later on. Ooh, you just got wrecked. 100%. I don't think I can. Ooh, no, I can actually do something. Yeah. I don't think I've mentioned it before, but when a unit goes down, I actually might use it. Yeah, stuff it, I'll use it. You can revive them, but what ends up happening to their VP is it drops significantly. One of those things you're not prepared for. Shake the controller. Yeah, 6 asses was implemented in very few things, that's for sure.
Fall from the left.
Thank you.
As far as super attacks goes, that was damn, I still got nothing. That's actually pretty lame, honestly. Concerto. There we go. Super easy.
You ready for the final blow?
Yeah, as you can see, the Ty Galleon lost a hell of a lot more VP than everyone else because he got fainted, knocked out.
Alright, that's that. Hey, here, take my hand. Come on.
I can stand up by myself, thanks very much.
Are you hurt badly?
This is nothing. I can do it myself, you hear? You'll get no money from me.
Money?
This friendly act of yours will get you nothing from me. You can't trick me that easily. Drop dead, moron.
Drop dead? Hey, we just saved your life.
Shut it. I'll never forget this disgrace. I'll pay you back for this.
Just what is her problem?
I'm not gonna lie, I can't remember if she actually does.
I don't know, but no time now. Let's head into the school.
Ooh, there we go. Wave. So wave is... I don't want that. Wave is the skill, like High Spear. Oh, I don't have SP. Oh, that's so crap. Maybe I should have learned Wave instead of Stampede. Yeah, all it is a weak move. Oh. Let's see what we got. Oh, pizza. Oof. Nothing fancy. Stuff it. We'll just go order.
You ready? Okay.
One down. Two down and... Okay, so it's similar, just stand by. Yeah.
You ready for fall from the light?
Yeah. There's no real main loss to actually just using auto, honestly. Yeah, as I was saying before, wave is a weak
Look at all
move.
the damage to the school.
This can't be. The whole campus is protected by an ancient magic barrier. It would take something tremendously powerful to cause this kind of damage. Something like the power of your right arm, Atsuma.
My arm? Hey, I didn't do a thing.
I know, I was with you the whole time. But your power and all this, there may be some similarities, some connection. The life force has been drained from everyone here too. Which means...
Means what?
Well, enchanting is the power to create, to add. Positive power. But here, an opposing kind of power. The reverse effect is being used. A negative enchanting effect. Draining life force.
And that's like the power of my right arm?
Not exactly. Your arm is negation. The effects are somewhat similar, but the cause is different, I'm sure. We still know almost nothing about your power.
But how is all this being done? I've never heard of such a thing.
It would certainly be very difficult, but
I've never heard you uncertain about anything, Toya.
we're talking about techniques from the Golem War here. Hardly current stuff.
You mean magic?
That's right, magic. As you both should know, magic techniques were lost long ago, after the Golem War.
The Golem War. Magic?
Hold it! I can't! This is all getting a little much for the three of us.
All we can do is carry on.
Ugh, I give up. Do your ears even work?
We don't know what could happen, okay? We're enchanters. We know almost nothing about magic. Considering the circumstances, we could very well be risking our lives if we go on.
I'm still going.
Okay, let's go. We just might find out something if we look around the school.
Don't you know what curiosity did to the poor kitty cat? Okay, you win. I'll follow you.
Awesome. Your point. So, as I was trying to say before, Wave is a weak move that hits 3 tiles in front. It hasn't really been explained yet, but you actually do have a blocking effect with direct moves, which pretty much all Atsuma's moves are direct. So in other words, if you hit a unit behind another, they take 50% less damage, and then 2 units takes 0 damage.
Whoa! Don't surprise me like that, Koda! Hey, where are you going?
If I recall correctly, that way leads us to the sealed ward.
The sealed ward? That sounds like a bad idea.
I agree, but can we turn back now?
No, wait!
I thought not.
If anything happens to Toya, I'll hold you responsible.
So 2 main questions are really raised here. The first is, how is the dog not affected by the snow? They stated that enchanters are resistant to it, which so far is a little strange considering, you don't see any other enchanters. And the second thing is, how does the dog do it? I guess it's not really explained, and you would see most of these guys are enchanters and they're still on the floor, so I don't know, maybe I should just consider it a plot hole. The other thing that it's a little bit on my mind is, what's Toya's motivation for finding an answer? When you see danger, I don't know, maybe you want to run away from it?
Just you
Ooh, look
watch.
at that.
Let's
New
stay
enemies.
calm.
Stampede, perfect time to use it. Perfect time to use it. Alright, going on. I think that's it. Aquasphere. Ooh, disappointed. He's only got one move anyway. I'll also shoot it.
Eat this.
Look at that. Yeah. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome.
Nasty.
Poison. So, I don't really feel like going too much into the status ailment sort of side of this, and that's solely because there's only three of them, sorry, poison, gravity, and rage, where poison is essentially just lose health. It ain't that complicated, I don't think. Not really worth mentioning. The other two are rage and gravity. Rage is like berserk status. It's pretty obvious what rage does. You just can't control your character. And then gravity, you just can't move. That's all it is. Look at that. Oh man, that guy's getting ruined. So ruined. What do we got? Oh. Yeah, that'll just have to do.
I'll finish this.
I'm just too strong.
So back to what I was saying. What's the motivation for Toya to go looking for the dog? Or what's the point of going into the sealed ward, so to speak?
This can't be. The seal is broken.
One thing that I wonder is there another entry to this?
No! So the cause of all this is whatever was sealed in here? Something so terrible it had to be sealed away.
Like what?
You moron. It's called the sealed ward. Of course it's gonna be something nasty.
Nasty? So? I'm still going in. Koda is in there.
It's pointless trying to reason with a single brain cell.
I don't think this is a laughing matter, Toya. This is true.
I know. That's why I'm going with him.
So why does Toya want to follow Atsuma? The game doesn't exactly, at least at this point, doesn't really give a clear explanation. And even later on, I don't really think it does either. Well, maybe it does. I don't quite remember. Actually, I wonder if I can land
we're
Stampede.
inside, but just
From the construction, I'd say that it was built in ancient times.
Really? It all looks pretty new to me.
That's because this place has been sealed up for so long.
I'm sure you're right, Toya.
Yeah, well, forget that. Let's get going. Koda is waiting for me.
Total fixation is bad for the skin, you know.
So, glowing ruins on the wall must be old. I think that's a bit of a stereotype there. I mean, this game isn't shy. It doesn't shy away from using stereotypes. Like, there is one massive stereotype. Well, I wouldn't say it's a stereotype. It's a very obvious target demographic in Japan, where the many stories are focused around high school or even university.
Whoa. Another earthquake?
Not again!
Atsuma, I have a bad feeling about this.
A bad feeling? Like, maybe this floor is about to collapse?
Yeah, that feeling.
Come on, just because you said it doesn't mean it's gonna happen. It is! No way!
I knew it.
There's no emotion in that whatsoever.
Ouch! Oh. Where are we now?
The crest on the floor here. The material used on the walls. The style of the construction. If I recall, and my hypothesis is correct, this is an ancient structure from before the Golem War. I saw pictures in a book at home, though I never expected to actually be here, inside such a place.
Wow. You have all kinds of books at your house, don't you?
He's not like you know. Toya is intelligent, knowledgeable, well-read. We'd be much better off if we let him lead this little expedition, not you. What do you say, Toya?
I think a leader needs a slightly hot-blooded side, don't you?
I really wonder about that. At least from my little bit of martial arts knowledge, emotion gets in the way. You want to clear head at all times. So I don't know. Yeah, leader being slightly hot-blooded. I think he's honestly just trying to keep the spotlight on Atsuma here.
Atsuma is more suited for this job than I am.
You got that right.
Why, you little...
So, what's the next move, leader?
Advance, forward!
At least give it a little thought.
Now that we have a leader, let's get moving. It doesn't look like we can climb back out the way we came in.
Let's go!
Yes, I'm coming, okay?
It's pretty convenient to heal in the shop, I must say. I don't think we can buy anything that is actually worth it if I could afford it. Buy core material, that's not changed. And I don't really want to synthesize any golems. Let's see if I can learn Stampede. Skills, Atsuma. Learn, skill, wave. Oh yeah, that's awesome. Wave is alright actually. Better than Stampede. So I haven't really explained it yet, but if you can take a look at the fist means direct type of attack. In Toya's case, the second one, Aqua Spike, that icon means ranged. And if you go take a look at the stats, there's only, which I haven't done yet, parameters. Yeah, you've got direct and range. They're your two types of damage. Support is obviously your things like healing. Agility is determining if there's a ambush or something similar. At the moment, it could be worth it, but yeah, why not? Yeah, it gets quite ridiculous to definitely level things up later on. Ooh. Your golems can't learn any new abilities or anything, so there's no real harm in just leveling up their stats. This, if I recall correctly, is an enchant cube. What does it do? If we climb on board and enchant, it should move. I see, so we can get around on it. You caught on fast for once. But how exactly do we make it move? Okay, I'll explain how it works. First, get on the enchant cube and press X. This will activate the enchant cube. Now use the left analog stick to move the enchant cube. This enchant cube moves horizontally, but there are others that may move in other directions. To get off, press X to restore the enchant cube to standby move, then dismount. That's it. Did you get all that? Yup. Essentially, it's sort of really obvious. If nothing else, the lines sort of make it obvious, and at least in this place, it's not exactly a challenge. Look.
There can only be one result.
You ready for this? There! Yeah! Power
I have to question this game in a way. The seal board, just the naming convention of it. It seems so typical Australian. And the reason I say that is because if you take a look at the wildlife in Australia, it's a case of like black snake, brown snake, green tree frog. Yeah, sealed board. Yeah, seems very typical of the Australian naming convention. Yeah, so this one is pretty much one that goes up. Yeah. They're really, really making these tutorials way too easy, honestly. At least the game does look pretty cool graphically. Oh, I should say, from a stylized perspective. The engine room.
Look, if you recall correctly, this is...
Power plant that runs on magic.
Wow.
Wow, is that all you can say? Do you understand what it means?
Do you?
You and I are totally different. Weren't you listening just now? Magic is technology from before the Golem War 1,000 years ago. Magic also uses ether and is still bound by those laws and principles. But it is capable of creating power far greater than anything an enchanter does. Put simply, enchanting is just one small facet of magic. And this machine is operated by magic.
But all that magic was lost, right? So why is this thing still working? Man, it's big.
Which means this facility uses a lot of energy.
Yeah, but what for?
Now that, I don't know.
What I'd like to know is, does that statement actually have any meaning later on? Do you ever find out? Or is this room just for show? So yeah, you can obviously see there's two paths. Is it worth getting every treasure chest you run into? Yeah, why not? Like, you got really nothing to lose, honestly. I mean, even if it is just an insanely small amount of money. And yeah, it is pretty small. Late game standards, you end up with so much not funny. Okay, so what are we up against? That's light? Yeah. I don't have anything that's super effective against it, so I think it might be best just to kill them as fast as possible. Closer, faster. That's a shame. They won't be able to kill. Ooh. Heaven's Scroll. Only because I really, really wanted to know what it looks like. There we go, look at that. I mean, I could have done it first.
Heaven's Squall!
Only because I'm super curious. I thought Squall was like a gust of wind or something. I didn't think it had anything to do with water. No, I could be wrong. But who am I kidding? I really shouldn't be poking fun at the naming convention in games. Name whatever you want. Like, it's not a really big deal. You can tell this place is ominous. Oh, look at that. So I haven't... Oh, that makes me feel stupid for using that move just then. So I haven't explained this. And that is when you find random golems just lying around, you can challenge them. They're stronger, fair bit stronger, than your average fight. They're more like a mini-boss fight, but they yield a core. And that core you can obviously create and then put on your team. Is it worth it? Oh, maybe. Oh, that shouldn't... Oh, actually no, because... Hey, what is that golem doing here? If I recall correctly, this is a lost golem. A lost golem? Lost golems are golems who have lost their masters. If we defeat them in battle, we can obtain their core material. Hey, cool, sounds like a good idea. There are probably lost golems in every corner of the world. Keep an eye out for them. Yeah, it's true. Ooh, water. Oh, damn it. I'm not actually close enough to do a super strong move by Atsuma, which would be so worth it, honestly. That would do so much damage to him. I guess we're just going to have to settle for that. Probably should kill one of them, and... that'll just have to do. Oh damn, what am I doing? Yeah. Shaking successive controller. But yeah. Yeah. I seriously suggest holding the triangle button the entire time. There is no loss to it. Like, ooh, that's right, X cutter is actually a pretty good move. Yeah, I probably didn't need to do that, but obtain 7 core. Well, that seems like an unoriginal core. They do get pretty cool. I won't lie, they're actually pretty epic. I know there's a Gundam one. There's the Chinese, don't think it's Zodiac, Suzaku, you know, the lion, the turtle, the phoenix, and the dragon. Anubis, yeah, there's a hell of a lot of really, really cool golems in this game.
Whoa! Look at all these things. Toya?
Oh, yes. Ancient golems from the look of them.
These are all golems?
Well, I think they're intended more as an expression of potential power.
What?
They're only for show.
Oh. Okay.
Or to threaten, perhaps.
What kind of threat?
Like, don't go any further, maybe?
It may seem like a really, really odd habit, but I'm always panning the camera around solely because I'm looking for treasure. That's pretty much it. Yeah, that conversation was just look for a switch. The path is blocked. Obviously there's only one way to go, which is up. Hey, could this be the switch? If I remember the pictures I've seen, that should be it. This facility is very old. As I suspected. Close to 1,000 years, I think. Okay, time to throw the switch. So what should we do? It may look different from switches we use every day, but it's easy enough to use. Just press X in front of the switch to activate it. Like I said, easy enough, right? I really, really have to question the decision for the developers to keep putting in a second option, or even options to begin with. Okay, that's got me pretty confused. I thought Atsuma's right arm was the power to negate. So would it be the wrong idea to use it to press the switch in? Oh, these inconsistencies. Oh, look at that.
This'll be no problem.
Easy fight. High wave.
Here we go.
I'm not sure how this is gonna go.
See you. You ready for
Ooh, get wrecked. I forgot how strong X Cutter is. Yeah, it's 100% my fault. Yeah, they ruined. Oh. You know what, I really don't feel like using it, I'm just gonna accept it. Oh, actually. Nope. I was 100% wrong on that. Oh. And yeah, that is going to be it. Yeah, a bit foolish on my part. You want to kill enemies as fast as possible. There is no mercy in this game, unfortunately. So, but in saying that, yeah, live and let live, I guess, or learn from your mistakes. Damn it, why did I do that? I think it's a really infuriating mechanic to have to press X to get on and then X to get off. What about Atsuma? Yeah, what's up, Toya? Like I said, it could be dangerous up ahead. Are you ready for battle? Using EX attacks should allow us to take down even a really powerful enemy, but the EX gauge needs to be filled beforehand. An EX gauge can be used. If I recall correctly, you can charge the EX gauge outside of battle using outside of combat, sorry, using the Enchant Dance. That special dance we learned in class. We did it at the school festival, remember? Right, of course. I remember. I love to dance. Wow, just thinking about it makes me want to hit the dance floor and shake my stuff. Come on, let's lay down some moves. I'm gonna dance. Right now, dance. Hold on. How does it go again? Okay, I'll explain. Essentially, all you're gonna be doing is using the Successors controller, and that's it. You press R1 to start it, and then you shake the Successors controller and your X gauge goes up to max. My suggestion is always have it at max. There is no downside.
Come on.
Yeah. It's probably one of the weirder features in this game is the EX dance. Do I think it's bad? Not really. I get a laugh out of it, that's for sure.
Okay.
I'm pretty much only doing it just to show what it is, otherwise I probably won't be doing this again. You don't really need to do it, even though I suggest you always have it at 100.
I'm alive again. Yahoo! Alright!
Yeah, the best thing to do with it is to actually pair it with combo, because then, when you get a combo, your damage is greater. And thus, look at this. Right item. Damn it. High skill. Can I still not afford it? I mean, is it worth selling items? Return powder is not worth selling. It's worth keeping them. Yeah. I think that'll just have to do. We get introduced to another mechanic here. Not really a bad mechanic. Honestly, I don't mind it. Damn it. Oh, look at that. That's some cool ass enemies. What are we going up against? A Blaze Imp. Whoa. Super easy to take out enemies here. Blaze Imp, super weak to water. Just in case. But I have no doubt in my mind that they will all get ruined. Mighty Blow. That's actually a really, really good skill. Ooh, just missed out 20%.
Yeah, one.
Overflow!
Heaven's Squall!
Perfect strategy.
Is it worth doing that? Yeah. Every turn? I can't really say yes to that.
Look at this. Wow. This is amazing.
What is it?
It appears to be an ancient device that works via enchanting. Maybe it'll work if we use some ether. Even though it's remarkably old, it seems to be in perfect working order. What incredible technology.
Incredible technology, huh? What? Well, now what?
Hey, your arm! What's wrong?
As if I understand anything this thing does. Man, I almost had a heart attack. Ugh, this right arm is a real pain. Whenever it touches something enchanted, the thing starts malfunctioning. Give me a break.
That's my line. I want a break from you.
Burn.
Tell it to the arm, Makoto.
I don't know if there's a joke there, because you know how people used to say, talk to the hand?
Atsuma, one thing. Why did you go back into the school? Why did you lead us down into the sealed ward? Refresh my memory.
Well, because... Right, I was looking for Koda.
But you've hardly mentioned him since we got down here.
That isn't true, I have. I think.
You've seemed desperate to proceed, too. I'm starting to wonder if something is leading you.
I really question that about Toya's motivation, solely because why does he follow? I'm only playing devil's advocate.
Something? What kind of something?
Well, for example, your right arm.
Oh, Toya, don't say such horrific things.
Toya, I don't want to discuss my arm with you.
Let's keep it friendly, okay? The next step is to find some ether. Yes, and this machine may still work, just like Toya said.
So, that scene sort of makes me curious a bit about the motivational choices for the character. Atsuma hasn't mentioned Coda, and I'm not going to spoil it for you, but this was probably one of the most tragic parts of this game coming up. And one of the coolest, just because of the yo-yos. Hey, this is the end of the road. We can't go on. Atsuma, this is where the enchant wire comes into play. Enchant wire? You can't have forgotten already. So, yeah, grappling hook. So convenient? Yeah. Yeah, super convenient. A bit weird, this game, like, shoehorned in the 6-axis, like, really, really hard. I think one of the worst things you could possibly do is take your hand off the controller when you're playing a game. Not that this is so demanding, or how would I put it? It's a turn-based game. It's it really doesn't matter if your hand's on the controller. If you have one hand or two hands on the controller. Oh, look at that! A new enemy type. What do we got? We got House Guardian. Too weak to fire. Oh. That is a... They neither... Ooh, damn it. Neither of them are gonna die. I need to kill it. Okay, so I need to do 31 damage. Stampede. So at least 2 are gonna die. Okay. Okay, 3. That's good. Man, if that's not Japanese, oh, I don't know what is. Stand by. That'll just have to do. Yeah, that was the command wave, boys. 100% the command wave. And next time I won't fast forward it, just because I think the animation for that is actually pretty cool. Toya, I know I've seen one of these before. Indeed, it's an ether pod. Essentially, it's a case of this game's version of an escort mission. You find someone, you bring it back. Or fetch quest. Yeah, fetch quest. What was I thinking? Oh, man. What was I thinking? That's the silliest thing I'm going to say in this. I don't understand. A lot of the controls are just press X. That's that's it. This game is not overly complicated. But I have to admit the grappling hook's pretty cool. Even if the animation is the same every time, which is probably the most disappointing part about it. God. Oh, man. Put X in the place. That is all it is.
Phew. So that should be it, yeah?
I believe so. Look.
Wow! Now that's a wild ride!
Whoa, impressive. I'm beginning to see that arm of yours in a whole new light. You may not be happy with it, It's certainly proving to be quite useful.
Hey, Toya, what do you think? Are we nearly there yet?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, look, it's red again. Oh, no. Oh, yes, a heal point. I do think this game is actually really good when it comes to heal points. They're not so far away that you get wrecked, unless obviously you're in the side quest dungeon. Damn it. Yeah, but I'll just have to do. It's probably one of those games, probably the biggest weakness, is that early on, I have to say there isn't much strategy. Everything seems pretty straightforward. I mean, later on it's a little different. There are certainly ways to succeed quicker and fail quicker than others. Yeah, so in other words, let's make a simple concept a little bit harder. Honestly, I'm a little baffled as to why they included that in. And saying that, what are you doing, Atsuma? Come on, let's keep going. But it's a dead end, what can we do? Are you serious? Oh, man. Yeah. Ladders. So hard. Ugh, I'm failing right now. That's a bit of an interesting choice. You can't actually change the camera angle when you're climbing up a ladder. And it's also another interesting choice. Atsuma is still breathing out mist. I wonder why that is. Yeah, there is a treasure chest over the other way, which is what we're going to be going after. I'm 100% sure that it's just a little bit of money, but yeah, it'll 100% be worth it. So something I haven't mentioned before, but it's sort of super obvious at the moment, and that is if you kill an enemy by too much damage, their corpse disappears. It's not too common in this game, but enemies can revive. That's probably the only advantage to doing so much damage to an enemy. Otherwise, it's sort of not worth it. Well, it's sort of not worth it because once you kill an enemy, it doesn't really matter that much, and you're better off going after something else. Yeah, Ty Galleon does seem like super useless, but and after I get a better golem, I probably will replace it. In fact, I might even replace it with the servant golem if I have enough cores, because servant golem is actually alright, at least at this point in the game. Yeah. So I got my money on money. Let's see what it is. Yeah, 100% right. You don't really get anything super cool down here, unfortunately. But I suppose it is the very beginning of the game. There is... Oh, the RNG. Yeah, it's sort of hard to give commentary on this. There's nothing so difficult that you'd be very, very hard pressed to fail. Even just pressing the automatic battle is, in fact, it's probably preferable. In fact, it would be really, really interesting to see if you could auto battle the entire game. I mean, it'd probably be pretty lame, considering one of the coolest parts of this game is the strategy. But I reckon it'd be possible. Except for with Omega, I don't think that'd be possible. I think you would fail. I'd hate if you'd watched this and you made your opinion of the game based on these earlier places, because the game does ramp up in difficulty a little bit. At least I find in the mid game, I feel so underleveled it's not funny.
That should do it. Here we are then.
What are you so excited about anyway?
You are in a rare bad mood today, Makoto.
Shut it. Ugh, isn't it getting cold down here?
Cold.
I might freeze solid. Toya, warm me up a little.
I actually did mention that before. It is cool that that From Software did go to that level of detail. Cool, let's see what we can buy. Not worth it. Oh, so worth it. Skills. Buy a core material. It's not worth it. Synthesize golem. And I can actually do Night Servant. I do think he's better than Targalion. Only because of X Cutter. Protection Acceleration. That is damn it, that's no support abilities. Protect Acceleration. I'm pretty sure that increases defense by 25%, which honestly could be really, really good. You know what, actually I will do it just because I do think it's stronger. Nah, sorry, Primrose, you're not worth it. Let's change some stuff up. Wrong button. Yeah, Night Servant definitely is. Definitely is better. Yeah, you may be thinking, is there a downside to having the whole elemental sort of thing going on? And the answer to that is no. There is no downside to having well, it's not really worth having him learn any skills, honestly. There's no real downside to having multiple party members with the same element, because of the way the elemental system works. I mean, yeah, enemies can kill you faster, but you can kill them faster too, so it's like a it could be a good trade-off, especially considering you go first a lot of the time. The first of many cool battles to come, I assure you. What do we got? What do we got? So, it's Fire Guardian. It's probably worth stating that some enemies actually do take up 2x2. You're limited, by the way, to status problems. Oh, damn it! I was 100% wrong on that. That is stronger than next cutter. Yeah, water elemental is definitely going to be awesome here. Flare rush ain't going to do crap. Jeez. I wonder what its moveset is. Oh wow, it actually does tell you. Oh, that's so gay. Oh. Okay. Night Servant and thing are probably going to get ruined, and Yokohama. Oh. Okay, so at least it's convinced me to do that, if nothing else. And it doesn't really matter for you, you're going to get hit regardless of what's going on. Yeah, I think that's all that can happen. Bigger hammer, eh? Honestly, that was not cool. I wonder, can I heal? Ooh, that is so worth it. I'm gonna have to actually do that. Aqua Spike. You've moved back. Wave, that's cool. That's cool. And use Cure. Oh well, that is that is not good. Damn it, that means he has to be in direct line. Oh, but he can do a water attack. Stuff it, it's gonna happen.
Here we go. Here you go. I'm alive. Nice one.
Giga Hammer. So, as you notice, the big guy in front takes the hit. Combo, combo, combo. Oh, why? Why are you not there yet? You can do nothing, so I'm gonna stand by you here. I can combo with everybody, but that is super annoying. He's gonna have to heal. Blow, stronger, 100%. And have you use. So that's obviously going to do a lot of damage, as well as the fact it's going to be comboed and the 20% boost. So I'd say this will probably end up doing about 300 damage. Yeah, boss battles are definitely different to... Oh, only 19 again? Definitely different to regular enemies, solely because they just have so much more HP. That doesn't mean you fight boss battles, so like a 1v1. Ooh, awesome. He dead. We're winning, we're unstoppable. All thanks to Toya, not you. How much HP? Oh, 180, that is weak. You don't... Oh, actually, you've taken a fair bit of damage. There is no downside. I could, but I don't want to. Only because it's not going to matter anymore. This fight's pretty much in the bags.
Love for all.
I'm alive again.
Thank you.
Yeah. And that is what you call GG. At least it was a pretty cool boss fight. At least for the first boss fight, I'd say that's alright.
We won! That was a tough battle.
That golem was definitely the guardian of this place. Your arm, Atsuma. Is it okay?
What? I'm not injured, I'm fine.
That's not what I meant.
I'm telling you, I'm fine. Come on, let's get inside there. We might finally understand what's caused all this.
Whenever she tells you it's fine, 100% of the time. It's not fine.
Alright then, come on.
Obtain Hammercore Fist for Atsuma. So that... Oh, what timing. What timing. Heal first. So that core before actually goes into making a weapon. Which is awesome, except for the fact that I don't have enough cores. So what you could do is... obviously buy the material, which is what I'm gonna... Oh, I actually can't afford it. Oh man, that's so bad. I actually can't afford it. Damn it. That is just so bad. How can I not afford it? Oh man, I'm so gutted I can't even show it off. And saying that boss fight would have been probably a lot harder without the servant there. Honestly, with Targallion, he probably would have just got one shot, and then... Yeah, I feel as if I made the right choice. Even if I don't get a better weapon for it.
It's cold down here.
Everything's frozen. How could that be?
When you're cold, you usually have your teeth chattering, not just repeat the same word like you're like the same letter like you're stuttering. It's weird.
Ice.
Clearly.
Ancients. A seal. Golems. Atsuma, I think maybe we'd better go back. Atsuma?
My arm is talking to me? How could this be happening?
Atsuma, what's wrong? Are you okay?
Yeah, it's nothing. Come on.
Atsuma, let's go back. There must be an exit somewhere.
No, Toya. We might find out what's happened to the city. We might be able to save all those people. We might even learn something about my arm.
Atsuma?
Toya, I think our leader might be right.
It's a bit of an odd time for Makoto to change sides, if you know what I mean.
I am, so come on.
Okay.
Nothing backwards.
Whoa. What is that thing?
Wait, a golem? Is it, is it dead?
No! It's alive. I can't believe it. Even in this state, it's still alive.
Toya?
No! Atsuma! Atsuma! Don't! This is...
Atsuma! You're getting in the way! Atsuma is clear!
Okay.
It's not dust. What's going on here? Watch out, Atsuma. This isn't a regular golem. That's right. I have a bad feeling. Oh, come now, children. Don't be scared. I have to say that From Software did get a lot more creative in Dark Souls 1 with boobs. Like, I'm not gonna lie. It's it's just, I don't know. Show me how far you humans have progressed in the last 1,000 years. I have to question, how would this golem know it's been 1,000 years? If you've been down there the entire time, what do you have that would mark time that accurately for that long? And don't tell me it has a clock built into it, like, honestly. Do I think this yeah, I don't think this is going to end well. I could actually just check its moveset so that I could survive the longest. Oh, well, it doesn't even matter. Oh, gonna get wrecked. Stuff it, I'll just play it like I'm playing serious. Stuff it, you can stay on standby then.
You ready for that? Okay! Overflow!
How pleasing.
Ah, how futile. I'm not really sure I understand why they went with this sort of character design. Like, I don't really understand sort of the webs. Ice Witch doesn't scream webs. Snowflake, sure. Webs, I'm referring to the collar. The spikes too. Like, it's a bit of an odd design choice. Don't get me wrong. Like, I guess it works. Maybe not. Taste, right? Everyone has their own. You can't defeat me. What just happened? She healed herself. Her powers to regenerate her own body. How can that be? Regeneration, so how can we beat her? Essentially, this is just you getting ruined, I'm afraid. You're gonna get wrecked.
Fire!
How pleasing.
Oh, 1,000 years is a long time, and this is all humans have to offer. I'm sorry, but I don't have time for this. Prepare to die. 1,000 years, so you are. It is a bit of an odd one.
Rage and hook! Well up! You ready for that? Okay!
Ooh, look at that. Insta-killed. You've done well, children, but now it's time to bring the festivities to a close. I would like to play with you more, but I have little time right now. Huh, like that's gonna stop us. You can't defeat us. So I want to point out, this battle
Atsuma, what's wrong?
ends up being the best in the game.
My arm! Suddenly... what's going on here?
Ah, that arm. I see. This should prove amusing.
You. Could it be?
My name is Queen of Ice. If you think of me as a goddess, well, you'll be close enough.
I have to say, Ov is a really weird middle name. I wouldn't go with it personally, not even for my children. But, to each their own, eh?
Yes, for I am one of those once known as devil golems.
Devil golems? The most powerful golems created during the Golem War? You're sealed away down here?
Maybe I'm reading too much into this, but creating in man's image is sort of not. When you take a look at a lot of comics and stories, you find a lot of things are usually created in an image similar to man. So the most powerful being is usually similar in proportions or looks to a man. Take a look at our fantasy, for example, orcs, elves, even our superheroes like Superman is in the rough same proportions to an actual human. The only time that I would sort of counterbalance this is when you take a look at the Christian scriptures and say man was created in God's image, which it's sort of funny in a way that we create everything in our image. That leads into the concept of no original design, which I'm not quite familiar with. A friend, he's an architect, he was talking about it a few weeks back, and so it's a case of where we have no original design because we should simply just take inspiration from other sources, and which is why I believe a lot of our fantasy at least revolves sort of around what we look like ourselves. So dwarves are short humans, elves are just humans with pointy ears that can use magic. Ogres, or what's the better one, orcs, pretty much just have tusks, so different teeth, different skin color, but still proportionally like a human. I think this all sort of ties in. So my real reason why I started this is because the devil golems do look, at least in this case, very human, and so taking a look from a design choice, obviously apart from those spider webs, I think it's quite fitting.
And now that seal is broken. No! Another golem war is going to happen?
Massive leap in assumptions there.
There's not gonna be a golem war, Makoto. Not while I'm around.
Hero. I'm not gonna lie, but this game does take a really, really nice spin on the whole acting the hero sort of trope.
Pathetic human. Do you really think you can defeat me?
We'll see.
Toya, wait! I'll fight with you!
Very funny. Your one brain cell won't help much in this battle. Get back.
Toya, I'm going to. Remember you said that.
Makoto, try and keep his remaining brain cells safe, okay? He must stay out of this battle, understand?
You're going to fight alone? That's suicide, Toya. She's a devil golem.
A devil golem cannot operate without a magic core.
What?
Don't you remember the lecture? That's one of the basic principles. Even she can't be exempt from it. The one at risk is not me. It's that frosty ice queen. How long can you operate without a magic core then? 5 minutes? 1? Do you really believe that such a short time is enough for a pathetic golem like you to defeat me?
You've got a fast mouth, child. I admire intelligence, too. Very well, then. Join me. Let us dance a little. Do you see, child, why devil golems were treated as nothing less than gods? Our ability to regenerate is unlimited. We are immortal. Of course, without a magic core, I'm not able to deploy my full power. Enough. It's time to end this.
boy! Stop this! Atsuma! I gotta tell you, you really are a pain in the... Toya!
Wake up, Toya, come on! What are you doing, Toya? I'm gonna be as strong as you someday. You can't die before then.
How stupid you humans are. I'll never understand how you can place the survival of others before the preservation of your own existence. It's so pathetic.
Toya! Come back to us, Toya! Toya! You're alive!
Oh, my. He has some real potential. I can't wait. He'll make a fine puppet for my collection.
Let go of him!
Ooh. I don't think you want to touch me, child.
Get your cold, icicle fingers off Toya right now!
You're quick. That right arm, at least, is dangerous. I may not be at full strength yet, but still, to impair my ability to regenerate so badly, and with such a lack of control. Things are getting interesting.
You can't stop me now! Nothing in this world can stop me. Not until you are dead.
Best boss battle in the game, 100%. So good. I'm gonna smash you into pieces. Oh, so you're finally woken up. I can't indulge you right now, though. I'm too busy with your little friend. Time. Your part to play has come. Your part to play comes a lot later, okay? Now get out of my way. That, to me, is a lot of foreshadowing. Shut up. I told you I'm gonna smash you. So one thing you noticed, Atsuma's HP's through the roof, his EP's through the roof. I don't even think you can even achieve this level throughout the game. Disorder cure. That is pretty cool. The dome of yours is blocking my regeneration in it. The power to negate is it. It looks like you're the one for me then. It does remind me a lot of One Punch Man, this. Only because he says, oh, they don't have any EX skill. Yeah, it is so... yeah, I definitely have to say this does remind me a lot of One Punch Man. Impressive, I admit. But how long can you maintain this? Your right arm has only just awoken, hasn't it? Shut up. Stop flapping your lips, golem. I'm going to grind you into powder.
Time's up, I'm afraid. I think this was all still a little too soon for you. Goodbye, little red monkey. And hello, my dear little blue puppet.
Get your hands off him! Toya is mine! You get that ugly face away from him!
My face? Ugly?
That's right, sister! I'm just telling it like it is, honey.
You think my face is ugly?
Makoto, run! No! Makoto!
There comes a time for the worthless to step down from the stage. Now then, my sweet marionette, let us depart this place. Such a wonderful party is about to begin. Come.
Toya! Don't go! Toya! Makoto!
So I want to go over a few things before we continue, mostly because just a little interesting. First is using repeated footage. That's not good design. Even if it does emphasize the point of what's coming up. The next thing is magic circles. In this game, well, in most books and movies, magic circles are really, really hard to say they mean anything. So because one, you really can't interpret what the circle actually means, or read it. So you know what I mean? Like, it's invoking a power, but it's just magic, and I don't really feel like that's really a good enough reason for magic circles to exist. It's just another type of magic, even though the circle itself and the writing and the diagrams mean nothing. That's just a little cheap to me. Second is the third is you can definitely see the influence from Final Fantasy. I want to point out Shiva, and especially that the move that looks like Diamond Dust. I'm not going to say it's a 1-for-1 rip-off, but I wouldn't be too far off. The second form she takes seems very similar to the whole Seymour from Final Fantasy X. His transformation with like a secondary body type being behind him, at least in the later times you fight him. What else? The whole people being drained and falling asleep, that really wasn't present in the cutscene. You just see people not being affected by it, and you don't really have it meaning anything. So one, why is the golems malfunctioning? Why is there snow that's draining people of their energy? Like, yeah, I get it that it is the devil golems doing, but I don't understand why. And what I want to see going forward, at least in the next episode, is if that actually comes to fruition and they explain it, which I don't remember. I have not played this game in such a long time. Just food for thought, really.
What? Was that a dream? No, it wasn't a dream. I was there. But where am I now?
Atsuma was right. I've got new power, and I'm assuming that's Phoenix. Favorite move in the game, by the way. Even more so than the command wave. Edit party. Go to blank spot. Tagalion. Ooh, there's a guy there. I think we're gonna have to end this here. I'm afraid I'm out of time. So I hope you've enjoyed this, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.